Morning, everyone. Welcome back to Commodities Weekly Brief. This is where we talk about analysis on natural gas, US dollar, oil, gold, and silver. We'll be looking at their support and resistance levels, as well as the most likely scenario where I think price might head into later this week. And if you guys are looking for the stock market update video where I did the Qs and the mega cap tech stocks, Meta, Tesla, Amazon, Google, Microsoft, Meta, Apple, and NVIDIA, check out the previous video. And let's get into commodities. All right, so let's take a look here on the daily time frame here. We are still trading in this larger term falling wedge. Make sure to click B80J on your chart. So this B80J adjusted, so just for the contract apps, your chart will look like mine. So pretty much we are still trading in this falling wedge. You can see bounce, bounce, bounce 3 times here. It's been bouncing since 2023 April, right? Bounce here again, bounce here again, bounce here again, bounce exactly right here again just recently. 2 weeks ago, right? And very clear resistance, rejection, 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 rejection. Almost got to it, but not yet. So this is the bigger picture we're trading in. But if you're a trader, right, you want to zoom in a little, not trade. I mean, you could, right? We bounced off of here. So now the question is, can we even get over above this current tightening range here? So we are starting to tighten up here. Into a tightening range. You can see we didn't make new lows on this drop. We didn't make new highs on this bounce. So question is this going to continue to just tighten up, right, into here? And then it breaks out, or can we make a higher high here? So if on this bounce we make a higher high, break above this pivot high, which is 3.02, then that tightening range is out of the window. Then the level I'll be looking at if we make a higher high is around this 3.14 to 3.2 zone here, which is kind of like a triple top. You can see all these resistance here. This is where we rejected from last time. So if we make a higher high, break above this pivot, 3.02, then this next level I'm looking at will be around this triple top level. And if we can break that, then we're looking back up at this level, as well as this longer term falling wedge maroon resistance line, which would coincide. Take a few days to come up there and then come up here, which would coincide with around this level as well when we do hit this spot. Let's say we get there by, I don't know, at end of November, right? It will hit around right here. So yeah, so around, let's see if bulls end up showing up here. If not, then they'll probably continue to maybe tighten up a little bit. And if we get a bear break on this, then I'm looking back down to this black line again. Well, first of all, it will be this 2.64 support, which is this last little bit of support that we built up along the way, this little cluster, 2.64 to 2.7 zone. And if that breaks, right, the only one I see is either the low of this 2.5, which nothing is really built there. Just literally a gap down bounce. So I don't think there's any much support there. Then we're looking down closer to this black line, which is a longer term support. So either way, let's see where this tiny range ends up breaking out and go from there. For now, it's very choppy in the zone. And let's see if it gets tighter. If it gets tighter, then it's easier to trade, right? It gets really, really, really tight. Then you can position yourself once it breaks either way. But for now, we're still kind of really just in the middle of the range. All right. If you guys want to learn more about techno analysis, go to my YouTube link and Patreon page. Check that out. If you guys want some one-on-ones or any kind of sticking points you guys are looking at, then book that 15-minute free call. Go from there. All right, let's just take a look at oil. So oil here is still really not doing that much. Talked about this where you don't really have that much of an edge when it's so choppy, right? Even as a range trader, right? If you're trading, if you're buying the bottom of the range, which is very clear support, right? You can see on the weekly chart, we bounced from here many, many times. But still, right? If you're a range trader, you buy down here and try to sell up here. It'll work if you're able to sit through these kind of chops. So currently, right, we have these moves where we were in an equilibrium for a very long time, where we were tightening up in a range where we're getting bigger moves, but now we're at the end of like the timing range where both sides of the move is very, very small, where you don't get that kind of swing to the other side for the range trades. And so if you're an oil trader, I would just probably wait it out, see where it really ends up breaking out by the end of this pattern. It gets really tight and it breaks out, then we have a clear direction to trade. But for now, there's really not that much of an edge for me in terms of this area. Right, super tight overall. But we are coming back down to support again, right? These 65 zone seems to be the demand zone, 65 to 64. Oil traders here, right? So let's see if it bounces from here again. All right, let's take a look at the US dollar. So US dollar just absolute fire. I was talking about this resistance, where it's kind of like the last level resistance, right? Rejection, 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 rejection initially. Just ripped through it, like after we broke through there, and we just made to this first target, where it's like once it will break out of this right level, it's testing this higher all-time highs zone. Not all-time highs, I mean like prior pivot high over here. So let's see if dollar bulls end up breaking that pivot high. If it breaks that pivot high, then we might head to 108, which is insane at this moment. The reason for this, I think, is because we are pricing out a lot of rate cuts, and everywhere else is doing a lot of cuts. Like, Bank of Canada, UK is doing a lot more cuts than the US at this moment. So that's why I think the US dollar is a lot stronger, given those we have such little cut so far. We only got a 50 basis point and another 25 recently, so only 75 at this moment. And they're saying that they're gonna want to slow things down as things move forward and have less cuts. So hence, dollar just ripping fundamentally overall. We'll see where it ends up stopping. I don't think it will have much fuel personally left around this area. As a bull, you don't really have that much upside, but who knows? We'll have to see. But technical wise, everything's intact. Daily uptrend, solid, intact. Weekly, weekly just a straight shot up. You could say this is a weekly pivot right there, and it's a weekly uptrend. But yeah, or you can just say this is one whole move because it pivots a little bit kind of unclear. But you can say it's a weekly uptrend. So yeah, everything is intact. No signs of red flag this moment. But be careful if I was a bull up here, right? If your bull's still up here, I'll be a little bit careful after such a huge move up. So might get a little bit of a mean reversion before things go higher. Look at gold. So gold really not doing much, I would say, in terms of the bull side. But as a bear, yeah, definitely huge drop there. And for me, it's a 4-hour EMA 12. So 4-hour time frame. Exponential moving average 12. The steel looking line. Rejection, 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 rejection. So if you can't get over that, then really not going anywhere. This could still be a bull flag, but we can't drop really. It's not really that good of a looking one. But if we do kind of break out of here above this prior high, 577, then this could be a big move up back to 2590 for me. If I was thinking about playing this, I would prefer another leg down where we get to daily oversold and potentially ship out something down here for the next move back up, something like that. But this could very well, confirm that bull break here. That flag. Yeah, I wouldn't say it's a flag. We did retrace a little bit too much, 50% of that move already. So, but if bulls can confirm this break, that means they have the 4-hour uptrend back to their favor, regardless if it's a flag or not. So, yeah, very key for bulls to break above here, above this 2577. That'll confirm 4-hour uptrend back to bulls favor. And if that confirms, then we're probably gonna get a bigger move, because you look at the daily, it's a bit extended to the downside on the daily, right? So if we get the 4-hour uptrend back to the bulls, then we're probably gonna get a start of a daily bounce, potentially, right? You can see that every candle is lower than a prior candle high. So we haven't had a daily bounce yet at all. So 4-hour uptrend confirms, probably a daily bounce back to 2590 first, and then we'll see how it ends up shaping up. This could still be a daily bear flag, even if we get that big bounce to 2590 and it starts to chop around here. That could still be a daily bear flag. So currently bears are in control, and let's see if bulls can even start shaping up the smaller turn time frame back to their favor on the 4-hour. And silver, I mean, gold's weak, right? Silver's not gonna really do that much if gold keeps dropping. Although I've seen some relative strength on silver on some of the bounces in the short term, but overall it's not able to completely negate gold's weakness at this moment. So yeah, it's a very similar idea. For me, silver, it's 8-hour EMA 12, right? Go to the 8-hour time frame. Rejection, rejection, pretty much right on it. Rejection, 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 rejection. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 perfect rejection off of that 8-hour EMA 12. So similar idea, right? 4-hour for gold. If gold gets above it, then silver probably a good chance to get above it as well, with gold on the 8-hour and confirm an uptrend as well, and maybe start a bigger bounce if we start to confirm the 4-hour uptrend. But for now, no signs of that yet. So we'll see if bulls do show up this week at all. It's been for metals, it's been a full bear control week, and let's see if bulls decides to have a little bit of bounce this coming week. All right, let's go for you guys. If you guys have any questions, feel to comment below, and if you like, share, and subscribe, if you guys learn anything. And I will see you guys next week for more stock market and commodities updates. Have a great rest of you guys this weekend.